episode, I mean, I was training, running, doing a lot of things to prepare myself to be able to attempt to run an elk down. And one of these episodes that we had slated the idea of, I was training for was this mountain lion episode where I compare how mountain lions, like the amount of noise they make when they walk is very loud. I know it's I've never heard of a thing. So let's measure, we kind of measure how loud a mountain lion is when it's walking, and then us with our boots on, and then us with our bare feet. And then go and do a hunt barefoot. And so for months, I was training to harden my feet and get them tough enough where I could go in the desert and hunt an animal barefoot. We ended up not doing that episode, so for months I was walking around barefoot. I think it's just crazy. Yeah, toughening my feet, so I'm going to have to do that all over again. But there's that's one of them. And we've got you got any crazy ideas? Because there's a lot of cool animals out there that I'd like to explore. How did you get your feet? I can walk for a while and not worry about it. But so they just got thickly calloused? Yeah, they're already pretty calloused. I think what I've noticed is it was more of a sensory thing. Your feet don't necessarily get that much tougher. You just learn to feel the ground different. Have you ever seen that dude from Dual Survivor that walks everywhere barefoot? Yeah. He's such a goofball. It's like one of those shows where, you know, these guys, like, for sure there's some fuckery going on in the show, for sure. Yeah. But this guy wears no shoes. Like, this is his idea that, you know, to really truly survive, you know, you're gonna have to go without shoes, because occasionally you find yourself with no shoes and then you'd be fucked because your feet are soft. So he doesn't want to be in that situation, so his feet they're always hard. It does toughen your feet. Before I did like a lot of research. There's some crazies out there that are all about this like no shoe thing, and there's dudes that talk about drawing like a fake sandal on your foot, so because you can't go into places, you know, like no shoes, no shirt, no service. So they've got all these like tricks of making like a paracord fake sandal so people don't really notice that you're barefoot. What? And then how to like get into it and start by going on varying terrain. And I actually had to spend, while I was trying to toughen my feet, I had to spend some time in LA, so I was like cruising down downtown LA near Skid Row, barefoot, and I thought, this is a good way to pick up a disease. I'm not going to do this. Yeah, exactly. Glass, all kinds of stuff. Barefoot training near Skid Row. Yeah. When the cops pull you over, what are you doing? I'm training for a hunting show. What the fuck? Get in the car. Exactly. Asshole, you're going right to jail. So, we've got a lot of things slated, a lot of different animals I want to look at. Trapdoor spider. They are cool to me. Trapdoor spider. What are they? It's a spider that hides, and then when something comes by, it jumps out real fast and grabs it. So I wanted to build some kind of hovel and wait in it and try to grab a deer or something that comes by. So we get all kinds of fun stuff like that. When you grab the deer, are you gonna try to kill it, like with a knife or something? I think on those type of episodes, I'd probably let it go. Because I have the opportunity to let it go. And I don't know, you know. I think I would just let it go. How much do you communicate with people that are critics of hunting? I don't communicate with very many people ever, because I'm always out doing stuff. But you mean like in my day-to-day? Do you ever have issues with people that have problems with hunting? I don't. That's one of the things about hunting that I think is kind of weird, is there's not a lot of communication. There's like the converted, like preaching to the choir, yeah. And then there's these other people that have these misconstrued ideas, these misconceptions about what hunting is, and they don't seem. One of the problems, they don't seem to get together and talk that often. I've seen Ranella have conversations with people that were kind of anti-hunters. I guess in my day-to-day, I do have a lot of conversations with people that aren't hunters, but they're also people that are close to me. Right. And they're not, like family members that aren't hunters. You know what's funny is my brother's girlfriend comes from a family that not hunters. Like, she's the typical yogi type that would never consider hunting. She didn't even like eating very much meat, game meat. And now, this year, she went and got her hunter safety and so because I think when you really sit down and think about it, if you're talking to somebody that, like myself, or, you know, people that are like-minded to me, there's a lot of things that we can pull from that if you just actually had a real conversation and take out all the bullshit of the, I don't even know, on both sides, I call it like the hunting propaganda and the non-hunter propaganda, things that you're told and you think or whatever. You
it's also, it sounds bizarre and contradictory, but it's very spiritual. There's something, it sounds like, no, it's not, you're taking a life. I get all the arguments, I understand the arguments, but I'm telling you, there's something even psychedelic about going into their world and hunting them, dipping your toe into the wild, the true wild. There's something like boundary dissolving about that. It changes the way I looked at the whole world. It really did. Like the first time I went deer hunting, one of the crazy things about it was looking at this deer, locking eyes with this thing in the wild and understanding the roles that we have. My role as the predator, that his role is trying to get the fuck away from me, and then taking its life and killing it and eating it. I was like, this is a spiritual experience. A deeply spiritual experience in a weird way that I didn't anticipate. I anticipated it being maybe somber, and that I would have to get over the sadness of it all, and that I might not even want to do it again. Maybe I'll just become a vegetarian. Those were like real considerations that I had. But after the event, I felt like, well, there's something that most folks are missing about this experience. And I think it's because it's been very poorly represented in our culture by media, by the stereotypical Bubba type, by all these different pieces of information that have sort of filtered down to the average urban civilization inhabitant. We don't have a connection to it, so we're basing our opinions on it just based on stereotypes, on these immediate depictions of what a hunter is.
Yeah, it's those kind of false ideas, but then if you actually got to talk to someone, but it's also one of those things, you talk about it, we talk about it, we're sitting here talking about it, but until you go through that experience, you necessarily don't know what it feels like, what it means to you. My mom's stepdad, called Grandpa, he loves fishing, big, loves nature, hiking, other things. Went hunting, shot a bird, felt really sad, never went hunting, but that was his experience. So everybody has maybe experiences it in a different way, but you really don't know until you jump in and do that experience.
Yeah, I talked to someone who had that similar experience with a deer. They shot a deer and the deer was moaning when it was on the ground, making all these crazy noises, and never went hunting again.
Right. Yeah, and it just depends on maybe your experience, but also I think it depends on how your reason for going out. Like if you have never hunted before, and you say to yourself, I would like to go hunting because I'd like to eat less meat that I don't know where it came from. Be more involved in that process. If you went out and said, I have a goal that maybe one day I'd like to eat my house, only eat things that I've killed, even before you've even killed anything. Go with that mindset, and then it becomes a utility thing. It becomes like a part of your process for your life, and I think it affects you differently because you go, okay, there's a reason for this. There's I'm eating animals anyways. I'm killing animals anyways. I might as well be a part of the process.
You're killing them with your credit card or your money.
Somebody else maybe seeing it was happening. It's not going to not happen.
And it's happening as a direct result of your choices. That's something that we conveniently try to distance ourselves from.
Yeah. So you can be part of that process, then it's not something, I mean, it's a different experience. It really is. I don't, it's very hard to explain, but I think we sit here for however long you try to explain it.
It would take days.
Yeah,
it's very hard for people to get involved too, that aren't hunters.
Frustrates me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what, because I get a lot of people on social media or whatever that have listened to, like, found me through your podcasts or whatever, and a lot of them have now jumped into hunting, and there's still a lot of them that are trying to figure out how to do it. And I would say the main question I get asked is how I get into it, or how would someone get into it. Really, I mean, the first thing you got to take the hunter safety and get the legal requirements, because once you have that, then your barriers to entry are slowly getting less and less. And then really just getting hooked up with somebody that hunts, and maybe that's through like hunting conservation organizations. I think there's a big niche there that can step up and go to some of these events, because I find there's a lot of conservation organizations that you can join, say Wild Sheep Foundation or Elk Foundation, and you go out on these projects and do something for wildlife, like build a water guzzler, reseed an area that's burnt, do all these things. There are conservation efforts that are done by hunters, and you meet other people. Because hunters, if you meet them in the flesh, are probably really willing to help you out. If you are like, I really want to get into this, and you got to find the right type of guy too, or woman, or whatever, to get you into it. But that's the easiest way is to have somebody show you the mentor.
This place where I hunted moose, I should tell people about this guy because he's awesome. BigCountryOutfitters.ca in northern BC. Mike Hawkridge is a guy who is the main guide. He's got other guides there as well that work with him. But he does that with people that have never hunted before. He'll take you through the whole deal. He'll take you through the whole, explaining to you how to shoot, explaining to you how to breathe when you're pulling the trigger, how to, what shot placement, aiming, how to, the whole deal. He'll take you through the whole thing. Stalking, hunting, butchering, the whole deal. And he's about as real a guy as you can get to. I love that dude. He's fucking awesome. Had a great time with him. And he's one of the few outfitters that I know that welcomes people that have never had any hunting experience whatsoever. And he has some disaster stories because of that. People panic and they freak out. And
those are my favorite people to guide though, because they don't come in with an expectation of something that there are hunters out there that have just expectations that I'm not okay with. And so the people that are looking for a new experience, they're there for the experience.
Like people that go in with an expectation of a certain size animal.
Yeah, or like, I think they pay for a hunt. I don't sell animals. I'm an outfitter. I sell a hunting experience. I take you hunting. I don't sell you an animal. Just because you go hunting doesn't mean you're going to kill something.
Yeah, it's not possible.
No, it's not. If you're new and you're there for the experience, you're learning something when you kill something. Now, obviously, you want to shoot something. That's the goal. That's the result. But it's so much more than that.
It is so much more than that. And I hope these conversations do help. I think they do. I think they do. I think that people learn from them. And I think that we're doing our part to express what we've learned with you as your whole life. For me, it's just over the last few years. But it's not what people think it is. And if you're tired of these conversations, go fuck yourself. I'm tired of you not knowing. There you go. I was gonna post, I got the video. I was just gonna post, what the fuck, Japan? And then I thought about it. I go, I can't do it. She was running. The chick was running. What the fuck was that? Can we see that? Yeah. Do you know what it is, Jamie? I'm gonna put it up. Go ahead. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it up on Instagram, Jamie. And when I put it up on Instagram, you can I'm just gonna put it up. Have you seen this, Joey? And I'm gonna write. It's huge. She fights it straight up, grandma. She comes out and is doing like the WWE off the rope stuff, and she's coming out like it's a game. Just go. Oh, really? She did? How? In competition? Worlds? Yeah. Okay. I just posted it, so if you go to my Instagram, Joe Rogan, you'll see it just says, what the fuck, Japan, WTF. As far as the actual psychological issues at play, it used to be called gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder, now they call it gender dysphoria. The idea that sex or gender are malleable is not true. Okay, and I'm not denying your humanity if you're a transgender person. I am saying that you are not the sex with
Is it American show about Italian mafia?